All right, so we've got Fat Joe in the spotlight. Fat Joe is in full-on crisis mode right now. That old situation with French Montana and Max B, where he got exposed for not giving French his publishing or proper credit on the record? Yeah, that's coming back to bite him hard. First of all, remember, he already had those allegations with Big Pun. Big Pun's family has been saying they never got paid, that Fat Joe was holding out on them. And now, this just validates all of that. So yeah, Fat Joe is in crisis mode. He keeps explaining it like, oh, French Montana wasn't even that hot. Yo, French Montana doesn't even have to defend himself here. He's saying French Montana wasn't that hot back then, and that he didn't write the hook. But hold up, you literally called him to do the hook. If he didn't have clout, why not have the guy who actually wrote the hook do it? Or why not Remy do the hook? You know why? Because he needed to sell the record. Fat Joe is a hustler. He'll do anything to move a record, anything for money. And yeah, sometimes that means screwing people over, but you gotta see the desperation. He'll go to any lengths to get someone on a record. Now, I like Fat Joe. I respect his confidence and how he operates, because this is how you have to be in the music business. You do whatever it takes to get the record done. He'll get Lil Wayne on a track or anyone else by any means necessary. He'll chase him down if he has to. And Khaled, same energy. He'll show love and support, but if you're no longer useful to him, that's it. That's how a lot of the music business runs. So I can't completely fault Fat Joe here. This is standard operating procedure for most in the game. Very few people in the music industry actually look out for others consistently. Now, did Fat Joe take care of people early on? Absolutely. Cuban Link, a bunch of others. He looked out for them at one point. The Big Pun situation? Who really knows what went down? But there are a lot of allegations floating around. And Remy Ma? She had that big hit with Fat Joe when she came home, but she never signed with him. Maybe she still remembers the Terror Squad days. Before she went to jail, Fat Joe and Remy were at odds. She felt she got the short end of the stick with her Terror Squad deal. That's just facts, y'all. All right, so let's break this down. French Montana kind of put it out there, and Fat Joe claimed he gave him 10%. He lied. Apparently, he gave him 5%. Whatever, it's old news now. Right after that, French got a huge record with Sway Lee. He bought the record from Sway Lee, put his verses on it, and it went 20 times platinum. Unforgettable. Yeah, 20 times platinum. It was a big gamble, but it paid off, and that record saved French Montana's career at the time, because a year or two after that, things were drying up for him. Fat Joe, on the other hand, was already on a dry spell around that same time. The only reason he could even get French Montana on a record was that he had looked out for him early in his career. All right, now switching gears. Baddie star Mariah Lynn. This girl is so desperate that she had to find a guy in jail to date. She actually visited him. Some people say she's a solid rider. She smashed everybody on TV. But now she's with this guy? Okay, that doesn't automatically make her solid. They haven't been dating forever. Some women like dating guys in jail because they're predictable. They know exactly where they are. Just being real, y'all. Now, Javante Davis is still on the run. He's been putting his hands on too many women, and now this one's coming for him. Finesse 2 Times is getting roasted for his new pink outfit. People are calling him Pepto-Bismol, and he's losing his mind over it. Black Boy Max 504 got put on blast by someone because the biggest moment of his career was getting called out for smoking in the studio with Lil TJ. And now Plex Boy Max says Plex talks to me all the time, but now he's calling me, making faces on live while he was doing it. He's trying to play me. People really get heated over stuff like that. Pipe Boy Max plays too much, seriously. Vitaly is back in the United States. He got deported to Russia from the Philippines, did 10 months there, and somehow made it back to the States. Then he goes to Adam 22's boxing preview and says, I've been in the Philippines for 10 months in jail. Adam, can you let me smash your wife? Adam had to decline. Vitaly jokes, it'd be like throwing a hot dog down an open hallway. He's already back on kick. Adam 22 is boxing the guy who actually did something to his wife on camera. Can't remember his name, something Love. They're fighting this weekend. Not sure how many people will tune in.
Trey Songz is suing the Kansas City Police Department over alleged assault and wrongful arrest in 2028. This guy has so many charges against him now, though none are convictions. He's allegedly been putting his hands on women. 5-4 is in talks about Cardi B and Offset. He says Offset is banned from Starlet's, a New York strip club, because he got into it with some strippers and got stripped down. He adds, "I don't rock with Cardi B. I rock more with Nicki." He's keeping it real. Drake is appealing a dismissal in his case over Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. Bro, just drop it. It's over. TikTok finalized a deal to create a U.S. version of the app after lawmakers flagged it as a national security risk. Now the app will have oversight over content moderation. And finally, Jim Jones claims he's the reason Kid Cudi got a big deal because he remixed Day and Night. Bro, that's not true. Kid Cudi already had a deal at that point.
If anything, Kanye was the real reason Kid Cudi got his deal. And now Jim Jones wants credit for literally doing nothing? Bruh, Jim Jones is turning into a straight-up clown. Seriously. We don't even play his remix on the radio. I'm like, yo, this Biss remix? He was only remixing it to ride someone else's wave. Most people don't even remember Jim Jones's version. I do. At that time, he was desperate for a hit after all the songs he had dropped. Ballin', whatever. He was remixing everybody's track, trying to get hot. It didn't really work. I mean, it worked a little, but it wasn't anything major. Moving on. Kayla B allegedly drowned on a cruise while on vacation. False news. She came out and confirmed it's fake news. Then we got Neon claiming that Top 5 used his name to scam a jeweler out of $90,000 in watches. Soulja Boy's store and Melrose are now for sale. Game over. 5 Horn sent Kanye sent him money while he was in jail. Ari got emotional after Moneybagg Yo forgave her and showed some love following recent rumors. Moneybagg Yo is a sucker, by the way. Erica Banks also responded to Finesse 2 times, but honestly, uneventful. And let's be real, she probably shouldn't even be talking. Look at her. Rough, tough, rough. Anyways, this is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe. I kind of took it easy today. It wasn't a ton of news, so I didn't push it too hard. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.